How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Good with Emo. And today we're getting it played with a little bit of a Disney Sidekick. So I bought this a long time ago, and I don't remember if paid full price, got it lower price. Never got it to the channel. It's got minis. It's not because I didn't paint the minis. We just never got it to the channel. But this is being played because today is family-friendly day, so we're playing more family-friendly games. And as we discussed in the last stream, probably should have been the entire week. I digress. Why we want to play family-friendly games? Because we are supporting Extra Life Charities, which is for the kids, the sick and injured kids at Children's Miracle Network, specifically Children's Miracle Network hospitals. But Extra Life is the fundraising aspect for Children's Miracle Network that most gamers participate in. Why are we streaming all week long? Well, this week we're streaming all week long because it is Tabletop Appreciation Weekend. We started just, 5 days too early. And we are going to raise money. We do it year round, so of course you can always make a donation. Even $1 donation does help the cause. I'm going to say help the channel. That's the like, the subscribe, the bell notification. That helps the channel. But the donations help the kids. We are doing Calling for Charity. Got a video up. You can learn more about that, where you can get games from our collection. But because it is Tabletop Appreciation Week, we are also doing a giveaway through the month of April. If you go and make a donation to get some entries, you'll have a chance to win up to, well, right now, up to 5 games from our collection. And that does include some of the ones that I've got in the more expensive Calling for Charity tier, right? With that said, let's go ahead and flip over and see if we can actually play this. And I say that with all love and respect. I don't know if it's all love and respect. I say that with all, I don't know the word I'm looking for. So I've heard this game was a quick to market, mass market game. It is done by Eric Lang. Eric Lang, most people, at least watch this channel, probably know him from Marvel United. He has done other games. I don't know if I've played other games. I think he did the Stranger Things as well. And I think it's not tuned for its market, right? Which this should be a family weight game for kids and families and stuff like that. The question is, can the actual gamer beat the game? So, also, is it balanced for all player count? So that is one thing that a lot of times becomes a problem, is player count. And we've seen that with Marvel United, right? We always played two-handed, me and Audrey did, and our win rate wasn't great. I mean, it wasn't horrible, I guess, overall. This board is upside down. Is that going to annoy anybody else? I just realized that, so now that's going to annoy me. Oh, can I spin this around without destroying everything? I don't think I can. I think we have to play with an upside down board. Oh, I think we have to, here, this is how I solve that problem. Boop. That's how I solve it. Initially it looks like Castle Panic. Yeah, maybe that's what maybe that's where he got some of his ideas from. But like I said, Marvel United didn't play very well at 2, and I'm noticing playing three-handed works a little bit better. So our objective in this game is to rescue our hero, because we are the sidekicks, and defeat at least one of the baddies. So unfortunately, and this is unfortunate for you guys watching, the villains are the same color as their heroes, which is why I would definitely want to paint this one if I decide to keep it. So that is going to be kind of maybe hard to tell who is who. I think these are too big. I think the rings are bigger than most. So I don't even think I could put a base ring on it to help identify who's who. I don't know of any way that I'd help right now identify who's who. I could paint the bases black real quick. That would work. We'll go with it. I can see who they are. You guys, unfortunately, cannot. But yeah, so we do need to at least get rid of one baddie. There is no balancing for the player count. And this is where I said I think there is some flaw there. The way that we can lose the game, put a stack of quarters at the bottom with blue tack. Well, not the stack of quarters. Let me see. Where are my... Let me check. Now, Marvel United is slightly... Oh, my head's in the way. Marvel United is slightly larger, so if I got my Marvel United rings, they would not. Yeah, it's what it is. we'll go with it. We'll go with it. I do have this. I don't know if this would help. I'm gonna paint him anyway, so oh, the things I do for videos. All right, there's Jafar. Here's Captain Hook. There's Captain Hook. And here's Maleficent. I did this, and then the question is, did that even help? Like, can you, in any way, shape, or form, tell that's where they are? Slightly better, because the bases are now silver instead of green. Should I go get a black Sharpie and do all the heroes in black? Oh, that works. All right, David says that works. All right, so there. Okay. The ways that we can lose the game is, it says if one hero dies. I feel like that's punishing. I don't think I'm going to play with that one. The second is if all 5 of these are filled up with villagers or guards. I believe I'm going to modify that. We'll find out as we play, to where it needs to be 5 of either one, right? Like you can have 4 guards and 3 villagers and you still don't lose. We'll see. I don't know how quickly this fills up. The last way you can lose is where is the okay? A sidekick's health is depleted. I don't like that. We're gonna play Marvel United rules where you just keep on trucking. 5 castles are filled with guards and or villagers. No, we're gonna do 5 of each, so 10. A 3rd bridge is destroyed. I don't know how possible that is, but I can tell you, because we are playing on the 2-3 player map, we are 2 bridges short. So that's going to kind of hurt. And then the villain's loss condition is met. Which villager guard would be added to a space of curse token and is sent to the castle instead. So I don't think we have any of these guys have a loss condition. So some of these villains will have a loss condition. Some of the villains will also have a on hit condition. So like we whack them once. So we'll see that. The other thing is, I think that's not balanced for the player count is the number of hit points that they have. I think you could easily house rule that it is 2 plus the number of players. So it'd be 2, 4. In this case, it'd be 5. So you'd have 1 less, and at 4 player, it'd be the full 6. Because I think that's another issue, right? We need to defeat one of them while we're also defeating the guards and the other things that are out there. Is one of the heroes a triple character? Yes. The fairies are triple character. Now, I did not get to look something up, so I'm going to house rule it because I don't care. I'm playing this to have fun today. I do not want to have a hard game that is not supposed to be hard. But the fairies, and I guess we'll go over all their abilities. So let's go over the things we can do first, and then we'll go over all of our abilities. So, on our turn, we get to take a number of actions. Fairies are 4, Tinkerbell's 3, Abu is 4. We get to move around the board. So each one of these is a location that we can move around to. Another action we can take is to attack. So if we go to a location with a baddie, or we go to a location with a guard, and the guards are kind of hard to see, unfortunately. It's these tiny little tokens. Good thing I'm not doing a first impression on this one. That tiny little token are the guards. Here, we're going to solve that too. Nope. Let's go with red. We're going with red. We're solving this game. We're deluxifying this game to make this game work. All right. There is a guard there. Boop. Hello, guard. There is a guard there. Boop. Hello, guard. There is a guard here. Boop. I would have much rather they went with cardboard bridges and a cardboard castle and gave me actual tokens at work. That should be all my guards. Okay. So these red cubes are the guards. The villagers, I kind of can't replace. Because in order to unlock our powers, you need one of each color villager. So I can't kind of replace them. I don't have that many cubes. All right. So we can attack them. We can attack the village or the guards. And then we can also attack the henchmen. So in some cases there are henchmen out or baddies. In this case, red meeples will work for guards. I do have meeples. I just don't have that many colored meeples. These two are not henchmen. However, if you're playing against Scar, he has 3 hyenas. They count as henchmen. So, all right. Let me kind of see the villagers. As long as I don't know. As long as I keep them certain spots. I don't know what's best place to put the villagers. Whatever. So, yeah. So that's one thing we can do. We can move, we can attack, we move, we can attack. We can unlock a lock token. So to unlock a token, we need to spend 5 stars. We can rescue a villager or your hero. So we can only rescue our own hero by taking an action. We can rest. If we rest, we can heal, and we can gain a star. So we do start the game with 1 star each. So we can use abilities. And we can perform as many actions as we are allowed to. Now, one thing that people were talking about on like BGG was house ruling, that you can attack as many times as you want. I didn't read in the book that you couldn't do that. So I'm not sure where that thought came from, that you couldn't attack them as many times as you want. It says attack. And yeah, an enemy in your space or a villain in adjacent space. I don't know why they were saying that you couldn't attack as many times as you wanted to. So we're going to attack as many times as we want to. Same as there was another thing that they were house ruling, and like I read through the rules and I don't. Oh, the other thing that they were house ruling was the villagers in peril that you add to your space and adjacent space. This card doesn't go into your deck from the original. This is an advanced mode that you can add. Guards and patrol, same thing. That's an advanced mode. And villains attack, that's an advanced mode. So all 3 of these are advanced modes. I originally was going to shuffle them in because I thought, okay, it says only add 2. Let me add all of them to kind of dilute the deck. But those aren't supposed to be in there. So I'm wondering if everybody did that. They didn't read that you're only supposed to add the 2 cards with the castle, and it made the game unnecessarily hard by throwing all of these in here. So it doesn't seem like a game that can describe in 1 to 3 sentences. Actually, I'm rambling more. It actually is pretty easy. The rulebook is only actual rules, because that's not rules. Actual rules is 10 pages minus page 1, 2, 3, 4 components. So technically, it's a 6-page rulebook, and it's written very much like the Marvel United rulebook. Lots of pictures, lots of graphics. There's barely any rules. It is a simple game. I don't think it's tuned is I think where most people have a problem with it. And Eric Lang kind of washed his hands of it, which makes people think that he just did this because he was commissioned to do it. He had to push it out. He wasn't happy with the final results. So he's kind of like, I'm done with you. But yeah, those are the actions. That's what we can do. There is a danger phase. Weird. Same as his games, right? Marvel United, the danger happens first and then you get to react to it. This is another way where you could possibly lose on the first turn if you had an overflow. Again, a la Marvel United, and you have nothing you can do about it. We'll go ahead and do it in the right order. We'll do the danger phase first, and then our action phases. So in the danger phase, we're going to draw a card from the deck. We're going to follow the instructions. We're going to discard it. There will be a villager appears, where new villagers will be added to the board on one of these locations. Danger rises. Something bad's going to happen, normally based on what the particular villain is. And then enemies approach, a villain moves and attacks, or a guard is summoned. So normally when they move, they're going to move towards there. That's why they start on opposite sides, if you notice. They're normally going to move towards their particular sidekick. So it really probably behooves us to have the other characters take out the villains, the opposite villain. Because if I was, say, Tinkerbell, right, and I'm here, I can attack him, he's adjacent. But then on his turn, he's going to come and hit me, right? He's going to come and attack me. So it doesn't really make sense to get Tinkerbell anywhere near Captain Hook, as an example. Right? One villain per hero, yes. So again, doesn't adjust. You add each villain based on the number of players. So again, I think there's a lot of stuff that could easily be done to fix a lot of this. I think we'll play through it. I'll see it. Maybe I'll come up with some house rules before this, if I decide to keep it. Again, the only reason I would decide to keep it, it's a Disney game. I have a little girl. Well, what other type of games do you buy for little girls, right? Except for Marvel United. Definitely Marvel United. She likes Spidey. I got her Spidey toys, some Spidey puzzles. She knows Hulk. She knows Thor. She knows Iron Man. I can show her all of them. She's like, that's Thor. That's Iron Man. Captain Marvel. She knows Miss Marvel, Black Panther, Black Cat, Doc Ock. She knows them all. And she doesn't even like the TV show. Like, she doesn't want to watch the cartoons with me. She loves Paw Patrol on her Tony box. Does not want to watch the cartoon. She likes her My Little Pony toys. Does not want to watch cartoons. She watched it enough to learn their names, and she's done with the cartoon, which is very much unlike me. I love my cartoons. So we will see. Oddity must be cooking lunch because Bella is smelling something. So give me a minute, guys. Let me get Bella. All right, we're back. I just opened the door. Bella can leave if she wants to leave. We don't have the gate up today, so we may get a visitor from Lucita. Show her the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl graphic novels. As soon as she can read, and I don't want to say she's getting close, but I feel like she's going to start learning some words here soon, to read words here soon. All right, so let's go over what everybody does. So Captain Hook is a worthy opponent. He has the Jolly Roger here. And it basically goes between the two different locations. This text is way too small. It is not a henchman and cannot be attacked. When the Jolly Roger attacks, it attacks each sidekick adjacent to the water regions it's in one at a time. Note, a sidekick on a space connected to a bridge can be attacked from both adjacent water regions. Oh, okay. So I was trying to figure out what they mean. Good role model, silly and hopeful. Yeah. And I know there's the Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur cartoon on Disney. I still haven't watched that one yet. So what that's saying, though, is the Jolly Roger is normally going to attack here and here. However, these spaces are also considered part of that region. So anything connected to a bridge is part of both regions. So if the Jolly Roger attacks on the very first turn, because it could happen, we both immediately take damage. So again, kind of one of the bad things about danger happening first. There's nothing you can do to prevent it. You can't get away from the Jolly Roger. All right, Mistress of Evil, Maleficent. If a villager or guard is added to a space that contains a curse token, which would be here or here right now, then it will immediately go to the castle instead. Lifting the curse, when you hit Maleficent, we can remove one of the tokens. And then Diablo is here. Diablo is a henchman. Oh, so he is a henchman. Okay. When he is defeated or removed, place him in her space. So some of her cards are going to have us do things with him. Squirrel Girl is better than Moon Girl. The only thing is Moon Girl, for her, it's the intelligence factor, and Lucita is very smart. We haven't had her tested yet, but she's very smart. I think she's gonna be very similar. She's gonna want to like experiment. She loves puzzles. She loves figuring things out. She doesn't want to go like she goes to her friend to the park. Her friends running around and climbing on things and playing on the swings and the jungle gyms and whatever else is there. Lucita would much rather just like play in the dirt and look at the sticks and the twigs and the flowers and look for bugs and all that stuff. Make shapes out of the stuff. Yeah. Very, very, very hard to raise a little girl that doesn't act like any of the other kids when we have play dates, because she doesn't want to do what they're doing for most of the time. All right, our last one is Jafar, new master. When a danger card flips, we may have to flip over Genie, and he will become a henchman. We cannot attack or remove Genie. He is just a henchman. And he is controlled by... when Sidekick moves onto a controlled Genie space, we automatically lose 1 health. So he kind of acts as a blocker. Breaking the spell, when you hit Jafar, you can flip Genie back over. Genie is no longer a henchman. Iago, who's hanging out with a boo up there. When the Sidekick Iago is attached to is attacked, roll the attack die an additional time. So basically he gets to attack twice. It didn't say that Iago is a henchman, so we can't attack Iago. He just hangs out with us. I don't know how we detach him. Don't know how we detach him. I don't know if leaving his space means he detaches. Huh. How do I detach him? Oh, does she? She learns, okay, computer science in one of her stories. You can learn how to count in binary on your fingers. Huh. Okay, that's neat. All right, let's see if it's got the word attached. I think it did. Attach. Some effects will cause a figure, i.e. one of your good fairies or a token, Iago, to become attached to your sidekick. An attached figure or token moves around the board with you until your sidekick, until they're detached. As long as the figure or token is attached to your sidekick, they provide an ongoing benefit or hindrance explained in effect calls them to become. Or a hindrance explained by the effect that calls them to become attached or the token itself. All right. Should we look through the cards? I don't know how to get rid of. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm guessing he'll eventually leave and go to somebody else. Count all the way up to 1024 on your finger. Wow. That's cool. That's cool. I did computer science. I learned binary. I had to learn it when I took the class in college. Can't remember it for the life of me. I do doc tech for coding now, but the doc tech for coding has nothing to do with binary. All right. So our 3 heroes, we're going 30 minutes in and we haven't even started the gameplay because we're rambling in chat, but that's what today's all about. Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. If your figure has at least 2 fairies, when you skip over another sidekick, you can attach one of them to that sidekick. That sidekick is protected as long as the fairy is attached. When a protected sidekick would lose 1 or more health, you attach the fairy and return it back. So the fairies act as like a shield. So I could attach 2 fairies to the 2 other players and they can now be protected. That's where I was saying I don't know if technically... Oh, that's neat. Huh. There you go. That's neat. Didn't see they did that. Whether or not having a fairy attached to ourselves protects the damage. I guess it doesn't because, like, I would never take damage. So I guess no. I was going to cheat. We have 3 of our 7 abilities. There are 7 total for each character. The abilities unlock once we rescue 1 of each color. So we need 3 different colors, 2 different colors. One of the house rules is it doesn't matter. You just rescue. Once you rescue 3, once you rescue 2, once you rescue 3. I don't know how hard it is to get 3 of a color. Because like right now we have brown, brown, brown. We have 3 brown. Oh, geez. The brown and the orange look the same. That's actually orange. That's brown. That's brown. So we have 2 orange, 2 blue, another brown, another blue, another green. I don't know. It might not be too hard to get 1 of each color. So we'll keep it as written. Magical gifts. When your protection prevents a sidekick from losing health, that sidekick gains a star. That's good. We need stars. Before your actions, if 2 of your fairies are protecting 1 or more sidekicks, gain an additional action this turn. So she can go up to 5 actions. Transformation. Before your actions, remove a henchman from any space and add a villager to the same space. So that could be kind of good for gaining more villagers to be able to unlock more powers. Faith and trust. Hang on. Start with her bit of pixie dust. When you take a move action, you can move to any space. So Tinkerbell can go anywhere on the board. When another sidekick takes a move action, you can spend a star to move them to any space. It says you must follow normal space limit rules, meaning you can only have one big character per space. Is basically all the space limit rules. That's why the spaces are pretty much the size of a single character. Except for mine. They're allowed to be together. Faith and trust. When you use a bit of pixie dust, our ability to move another sidekick, they gain a star. So we can basically move somebody else, they get free stars. Believe in fairies. When you defeat a villain or a henchman, gain a star. So basically with this one, I probably want to get that soon. So that way I can just go around and beat up on the henchman. Oh no, it doesn't say guards. It says villain or henchman. A guard is not a henchman. So I would be going after this. It's weird that that's her ability when Jafar doesn't have a henchman. Or not Jafar. Captain Hook doesn't have a henchman. Like, I can't attack that. Huh. Because a guard is not a henchman. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, a guard is a henchman. Because they called it here to remove it to add a villager. Okay, so a henchman is a guard too. A guard is a henchman. Okay, that counts. All right. This way over here, when you use a bit of pixie dust to move another sidekick to a space with one or more villagers, they immediately rescue that villager without spending an action. So that could combo really well with that, right? New girl, final girl meets Disney villains. You'll never hurt kids again. Yeah. Hairy Little Thief. When you draw a danger card, you can discard it to draw a new danger card, which cannot be discarded. You can spend a star to do... Okay, and we can spend a card to do so on somebody else's turn. So basically, if we don't like the card that came out, he'll allow us to draw a new one. Little Friend, when you attack, roll the attack die an additional time. So basically, if we fail an attack, we can roll it again. Deep Sleep, when you use the rest action, gain one additional star. Well, yeah, you gain a star, so you can gain one additional star, or you could heal and gain a star. Monkey Business, before any actions, you gain a star, so he can gain a lot of stars that way. Give me one more second, guys. I don't know if that her out there playing is coming back. I'm going to shut the door a little bit. All right, so we are going to try to do this. We're going to try to play. We're going to try to see what happens. Wish me luck. Hairy Little Thief is a rude way to refill to Bilbo. The Bagginses. That's one I haven't gotten. So this, I'm calling this a pandemic style game. And most of these little games where you place things down and have to overcome are considered pandemic style games. But I haven't decided if I want to get the Lord of the Rings one, because I don't know if my dad would play. My sister would probably play. Audrey would, of course, play if we're playing. But I don't know if my dad would. I mean, my dad loves Lord of the Rings, but he's kind of set in his way with games. So, don't know. And I think the main problem with that one is you have to multi-hand it, right? Everybody has to control multiple characters, and that kind of adds to complexity. I don't know how well that would go over. All right, so we're going to start. So, the first thing we need to do is the villain phase. So, draw a card. Now I'm wondering, hang on. That doesn't seem right, because you would draw it on somebody's turn, and it's nobody's turn. So then, how would his ability come into play? Or is it being drawn on her turn since she's the first player? Oh, that didn't make sense. It said choose a first player. Yeah, and clockwise, start from the start player, takes turn and tell to do. Each turn consists of two phases. Yeah, danger phase, then action phase. Okay, so yeah, this is her turn. Almost like 3 sidekicks have lots of text. Yes, lots of text. All right, here we go. Almost like playing 3 sidekicks. You'll have a lot of text in the pandemic Lord of the Rings. All right, so Here, it's wanting us to add a citizen. I got a little pile down here. I'm kind of shuffling in my hand, so I don't know what color comes out. To a castle space. So I can either do it here or here. We will do it out here. Dragon form. If Maleficent attacks this turn, she rolls the attack die an additional time for each curse token on the board. Oh, that's not good. There's already 2 on the board. All right. And she gets to move 3 times towards my wonderful fairies. 1, 2, 3. And then she gets to attack. All right, 1, 2. It doesn't matter. Either way, she's going to get around there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Either way, she's getting around there. Oh, that sucks. See, this is why I said this is where, like, there's something doesn't seem right. Because, like, right off the bat, that first card. I mean, again, it's Marvel United. I mean, you could pull a bad card like that, but a lot of times they tell you not to have that as your first card. Like, maybe put one of the generic cards on top. So she gets to attack 3 times. So 1, woo! 2, 3. First round. First round already. Fairies are putting up a fight. Fairies should put the Jolly Roger out of business. Water taxis for the win. They're like, free rides for everybody. Well, now, here's the thing. She came to us. So we could technically just start smacking her if we wanted to. I think that's the right call. I hate to say it. I almost say that's the right call for our actions. Because we should, if we can hit her at least twice, we can get rid of both of these. Right? And then we can use our other 2 actions to maybe move and rescue. So that's another kind of a thing, right? Moving and rescuing are 2 separate actions. Everything's a separate action. Because I can have Abu go here to get that one, right? And if Abu pulls, well, unfortunately, if Tinkerbell pulls, oh, I forgot. I could have done Abu's ability. No, I'm good. I think I'm good just because I started playing that. So we're going to, for our first action, we're going to attack. That's a thumbs up. That is a hit. So thank you, Maleficent, for coming to visit. I don't know what the tokens do. I don't know what that token does when it's on the villain. Maybe that's something I missed. Maybe that's where they counterattack. Or when they're attacked, do they do 1 additional damage? Let's see here. I remember it mentioning something about that symbol, because they said that Captain Hook starts with 2 of them already. What does that do when it's on the villain? Okay, whenever a villain is hit, reduce the health by 1, starting to death. Villain start, no, that's just when they're hit. Does it just do 1 extra hit while they have that token? They call it a dice token. I remember reading it. I remember reading it because it said something about Captain Hook starting with 2. Scar moves 3 spaces. When enemies move, there you go. Tokens. I don't remember where it said. Somewhere it said something about bring yellow over next to finish off Maleficent. Oh, green. The greenish. Yeah, the yellow and green looks almost identical. Yeah, it's Tinkerbell. It's like a yellowish green. Where it said something about Captain Hook. I'm looking at like all the pictures, and this is the only picture of Captain Hook. Enemies approach. Villagers. Rest. Attack. Attack a villain in space you have not attacked. Oh, there it is. There's that you have not attacked this turn. So this is where it says you can only do it once. No, we're not doing that. Because this is a small little text that is not in the player aid. So no. But again, where is the thing that says what that stupid token on the villains do? I know I read that, and I've now looked at every page. Currently getting out of 3 out, 4 out of 10 for you. Yeah. Rescue a villager. Attack. Sidekicks attack. Because these are called 15 attack die tokens. These tokens make villains stronger when they attack. They roll the attack die once for each of these they have. Okay, so that's just their attack. Can I remove them? I guess I can't. It did mention somewhere, like, to be careful about them. Oh, I know where it was. Dang it. I know where it was. No, maybe not. I don't. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Let's keep going. We're just going to play. I just want to have fun. I'm getting tired of trying to figure out rules. I'm going to interpret the rules as I want as I play. So, she got 1 attack dice. So that's what that means. She gets 1 attack dice, which makes sense. They have to have 1. It doesn't tell me to move her bird with her, so the bird's going to hang out there. So, we are going to attack. We did. We attacked her once. Right? So that was our first action. We're going to attack her again because we're not playing by the rules. Ah! We're going to take that as a success. Fell out of the dice tray, but I'm taking it as a success. We're at 4 of the 5 that we need to unlock our hero. So for our third action, we are going to move this way. And for our fourth action, we're going to rescue. Me trying to keep those together is probably a futile effort. Yeah, we're going to do... I think I want to do magical gifts because I want to get the stars out. All right, on to Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell's turn. We are going to do 1 in the woods. So the woods here. Is that the only woods? Or the woods there? I'm good with putting the woods here. Because that's where I'm standing. All right. So, Jafar. Add 1 guard to Jafar's location. Well... to Jafar's space, and each space adjacent to him. So we can't add 1 there. So that's an overflow. And then 1 on each adjacent to him. Then each henchman attacks the sidekick on the space. There aren't any. And then he's going to move 1 space towards Abu. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. He can't go there, so he has to go this way. And I think Genie stays with him. No, he's not attached, so Genie doesn't move. The only thing that's attached is Iago, right? All right. So, I can move to any space. However, Jafar decided he wanted to come be my friend. And the problem is, and like David, you were saying, go over here and take out Maleficent. Problem is, that's 1, 2, 3. It would take me all 3 actions just to get... Oh, no, that's right. Tinkerbell can move anywhere. So you're right. Should we just take out Maleficent? Just keep attacking the same one? Yeah, I think that's good, right? Guards like rabbits. Bring Tinkerbell back to Maleficent a minute. Yeah, so Tinkerbell here. Because she can move anywhere. That's her power. And then she's going to attack... She would still get hit if the Jolly Roger goes. So to attack this, though, I need to be in that space. So, yeah, gang up on one bad guy. All right, so that is a success. So that's action 2. This is her 3rd action. We didn't succeed, but we do get a star. So, oh well. Star's better than nothing. All right, so that's her turn. Now we're on Abu. Add 1 to a castle, which isn't bad. The Jolly Roger passed the bridge clockwise. The pirates attack, which means both of them would take damage. And then he would move towards Tinkerbell, but he can't because Maleficent is here. So he'd have to go to an empty space, which would be here. I don't think that's the worst card. I think we're going to go ahead and keep it. So the Jolly Roger moves here. It attacks. So the fairies are going to need to rest next turn. And then Captain Hook. Oh, hang on, I forgot to add a person to the castles. Yeah, definitely need Abu to get in there. And definitely need somebody to get down there. So there. Oh, I forgot. Every time we've hit Maleficent, these should have been removed. So. Good to go. Good to go. All right, Abu. We want Abu to go rescue. So first action, he's going to go over here. Second action, he's going to rescue. Third action, he's going to rescue. We're going to go ahead and unlock, because that's 2 different colors. We're going to unlock Deep Sleep. So when he uses a rest action, he can now gain a star. So that is good stuff. Actually, before he left, because Iago's going to come with me. Before he left, he would have attacked. So before he left, attack. Gets a star, which is fine. All right, and then we do all the other stuff we were going to do. Come here, Iago. You got to come with me. Come with me, Iago. And of course, Comcast wants to be stupid. So hopefully that catches itself back up. Just in case, let me go to my hard drive and delete all the extra videos. So if I have to upload this as a offline playthrough. Delete. Delete. All right. Yeah, hopefully whatever Comcast, yeah, it turned green. Hopefully whatever Comcast is doing, they figure it out. All right, so we are back to the fairies. So Lost Boys captured. So it's going to put on the forest. So either there or there, which actually wouldn't be bad. Add another villager to Captain Hook's space and each adjacent space. That we don't want because that'll make this overflow. So we're going to go ahead and use Abu's power to get rid of that card. All right, so let's try this one. We have to do this one. We have no option. So luckily, Abu rescued all of them. I am your master now. If the genie is controlled, he moves towards you twice. If not, flip the genie to his controlled side. Then any sidekicks on the genie space lose 2. No. And then he's going to move 2 towards Abu. So he's going to go 1, 2, can't go that way because she's standing there. So he's going to go this way. 1, well, he can't go there either. Looks like either way he goes, he can only go 1 spot. So I guess he's going as far as he can. What's the shortest way to get to Abu? So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, he's way over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he'd go that way. That's the shortest. So we're going to say that's the shortest. He's going to go that direction. Attack. He can't attack Abu because Abu is not there. All right. So the fairies are going to, for the first action, do a rescue. It is the same color, so we got to put it somewhere else. For their second action, what do I do if there's somebody in the space? We can't both be in the space. Would I have to spend 2 to get past? All right, so we can only rest once per turn, so let's rest for the second action. Let me see what I would have to do in the case of that 1. So move sidekick a space for path bridge, skipping over other sidekicks and villains. Okay, so actually, do villains do the same thing? Now I may have played Jafar wrong. Where is that? Enemies approach. If a villain is adjacent to more than one sidekick, you choose the order in which they are attacked. Oh no, they attach each sidekick adjacent to them. That's just where they're going to move. But on their move, it doesn't say anything about it doesn't say anything about them skipping spaces. So we're going to say no, they don't skip spaces. So we're going to say we did that right. But they will attack anybody. Okay. That's good to know. They move towards who's depicted, but they'll attack anybody that's adjacent to them. All right. Lucy, Bella came in. She opened the door, so sorry, guys, if you guys hear that. Lucita's high pitch is it echoes through the hall. There's a hallway that comes down through here, and of course we're in Florida, so it's tile flooring. All right, so that was 2 actions, so we can skip over. Okay, so that's good. So we're going to, that was second action. Third action, we'll go here. And fourth action, we will rescue here. Oh, and we went through a space, so we can drop off. I was wondering, like, how else would I drop off the fairies? That's stupid, Will. Captain Hook is friends with Jafar. Jafar. Do I want to keep going for... Yeah, I want to keep going for this. Because now I've got a fairy on that. I want to complete that one. All right. My stars, I can't spin for anything else. Yeah, my stars, I can't spin for anything else. So her stars are just going to go to do an unlock. So I'll have to be in that location, though, to do the unlock. All right, so that was her 4 actions. Now we go to Tinkerbell. Captain Hook's... Let's see here. Nope, no Captain Hook. Danger Rising. If your villain is already defeated, all sidekicks lose health. Okay, if not, your villain gains an attack die token. Oh, that is not good. We don't want him to have more attack die. Gains an attack die token. Reshuffle this card and the discard pile into the danger deck. This card cannot be discarded. Well, yeah. About that. All right, once I've got the rules down, I'm liking this slightly more. You just got to get the rules down, right, to make it, you know, worthwhile. So I will say they did at least put a linen finish on the cards, because I guess, you know, you're going to be shuffling it back in a lot. All right, so that wasn't too bad, except for the fact that Captain Hook just got stronger. Now it's like I want to take out Captain Hook. All right, so we're still here with Maleficent. Let's go ahead and keep beating her up, I guess. All right, thumbs up. That works. All right. Thumbs up. That works. And third time, we'll do all three. Star. That's fine. She's at 6 stars now. She's got plenty of star power to go and do an unlock. All right. We were on Abu. Abu. Danger Rising. Nope. If your villain gain... Oh, now Jafar is getting stronger. And then shuffle this back in. I promise I shuffled the deck. You guys heard me. I would actually rather have that card than anything else. So that's what I thought. I thought the other cards were just like more of these same like simple generals, not like cards. That's why I put all 7 in originally. And I think that's what I'm wondering if people do that. Now, yes, we did have a spread here. Okay, and then that happened. This is a bad spot because I can't attack them and I can't rescue them because we have to hit Jafar once to flip that. So, we are on Abu. So we could do this. We could use the move anywhere with Abu. The problem is I would have to be here. I'd have to be here. And that means that this guy's going to attack. And while Iago is attached, we'd have to roll the die twice. We'd have to roll the die twice. But then that would allow me to do his other couple actions against Jafar. Same thing as I can't put him here to attack Maleficent just to get rid of her. Definitely don't want to put him here. Everybody attacks if you go there. So I think Tinkerbell's good. Take out Maleficent. We're good there. Question is, do I want to start... We could start working on Hook. Maybe we'll start working on Hook. Let's, instead of Jafar. Let's start working on Hook. So we will do our first action as a rescue. When you attack, roll attack an additional die. Yeah, let's do that. That seems good. All right. For our second action, we're going to move. For our third action, we're going to attack. We get a star instead. We get to attack for our fourth action, and that is a miss. That is a miss. So, all that effort to attack Hook did not pay off. Did not pay off. All right. So, poor little Abu. Did not succeed. So, we're back to Merryweather and Friends. Raven's Warning. So this would go on the purple, which is fine. Diablo moves to the closest sidekick space and attacks that sidekick. Oh, he just goes there. Ooh, and attacks the sidekick. Roll the attack dice twice. Plus, we have Iago. So that means Abu is being attacked 3 times. If Diablo hits a sidekick at least once, the sidekick loses 1 star. No. No. Yeah. Yeah. Abu's going to use his power. All right. See if we like this one any better. Pirate's attack. I think I'm fine with this one. Well, I have to be fine with it because I don't have his power unlocked yet. All right, so we need to put civilian out there, villager out there. I keep saying civilian. I'm thinking of Marvel United civilians. The Jolly Roger goes to the next bridge section. And then the Jolly Roger attacks. I think the attack is just, I don't know if we rolled dice. Okay, well, no, it says they attack. So earlier, when I had the Jolly Rogers attack both of them, it should have rolled. So we would say that it didn't actually hit them. And it actually would not have hit Tinkerbell either. All right, now it needs to attack Abu, and Abu actually, big 2 dice. So did not hit him. Did not hit him. All right. Abu's good. Jolly Roger did nothing. Haha, you Jolly Roger. All right, and then Hook is going to move back towards Tinkerbell. 1 space. All right. So, Merryweather and crew is... Now that's a good question. No, my fairy is attached here, so I can't do that. This is my unattached. Okay. So, 3 actions. First action, or 4 actions. First action, we'll move. Second action, we will rescue. Which means now, when we prevent damage on Tinkerbell, Tinkerbell will get a star. So that was our second action. Third action, we will move. Fourth action, we'd move in there and it would attack us. Or I could take a 4th action to get another star. I think the problem is no matter what, I have to go in there, right? You have to go in there, so you're going to have to take the damage. You're going to have to take the attack. So we'll go in here. And then they're going to attack. They missed. All right. So, Tinkerbell's turn. Whoop. All right. So this is going to the castle, which we do have free space in the castle. Exploding bridge. The bridge nearest to you explodes. If multiple are closest, you decide. Any sidekick on a space that was connected loses hit point. Ooh. And Captain Hook tries to get to... Tinkerbell. Problem is, this would explode. I wouldn't be able to hit her again. Right? Although, this would explode, I'd take a damage. Oh, no. The fairy would prevent the damage. And we unlock the ability. And then I would be able to use my fairy ability to just fly over here. I would take a damage and an attack. And then Hook, but that would give Hook free reign to come and attack me. Or we can all spend 2 power to discard this card. So we don't want all the bridges to blow up, right? We don't want 3 bridges to blow up. Was that a lose condition? It was 3 bridges. 3 bridges are destroyed. So it makes sense why you would pay the stars to prevent this. I think I was thinking, okay, that'd be a good combo, right? Because I would gain a star because nothing's hit me yet. But I think we're going to pay the 2 because Tinkerbell has extra. We'll use 1 from... No, Tinkerbell's going to get another one. So we'll do 2 from Tinkerbell. But she's going to get another one when she hits Maleficent. All right. So she's going to attack 1. That's that. Now, again, you're not supposed to be able to attack the same villain multiple times. That's what makes the game pretty much, in my opinion, probably unwinnable, because I would have to attack, leave, come back, attack, leave, come back. By having this here, I kind of see why they say, okay, you shouldn't be able to, because we basically just, she's there. She never moved. She never did anything. And we were able to defeat her. So that was our first action. Second action, we will move in here. The henchman is going to try to hit us. He did successfully hit us, but instead, the fairy takes the damage, which means we get another star. All right. That was my first was attack, second was move. Third, we're going to attack the henchman. That is a success. Goodbye, henchman. And fourth, we're going to rescue this. Wish I had this unlocked already. We'll do that. All right, so we've defeated one villain. So now all we need to do is get in here, unlock the locks, and then do a rescue action. Sure. That's all we have to do. Spin the stars. I think I need to be in here to unlock it. I think I have to be in the castle space to do the unlock. Let's see here. Unlock. It says spin 5 stars to unlock a lock token. Oh, you're right. There's no space for me to be in there. So yeah, so I just need to... Unless these are counted as spaces. Hang on. I don't think... You're right. You're right. I don't think I need to be in there to do the rescue. Attack, sidekick. Rescue your hero. If you're adjacent to the castle on a connected bridge, remove an unlock token. And take your hero. So why would I do unlock separate? Before you and the other sidekicks can rescue heroes, you need to unlock the magical locks that are keeping in the castle. Unlock a lock. If you're adjacent to the castle, spin 5 and flip a token to its unlocked side. Oh, remove an unlocked token. Okay, sorry. You're right. So we'll spin the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spin the 5 to unlock. Really doesn't matter who I unlock first. What it does, it gives them an extra action. Oh, sorry. Wait. No, that's an action. I'm out of actions. Out of actions. 2, 3, 4. She'll have to do it on her next turn. And I actually think I took too many actions. Attack 1, move 2, attack 3. So actually I wouldn't have rescued yet either. She only has 3 actions, not 4. All right, that's fine. She'll do all that on her next turn. So we're going to Abu. Abu. Oh, you meant to... Oh, spin the stars to save the bridge. Okay, so it's catching up. I'm maybe you're behind or I'm ahead. Yeah, okay. All right, so put one on the orange or the purple, which is fine. Actually, putting it there would be great. All hands on deck. Each henchman attacks a sidekick on their space. Oh, she's gone. He's gone. If any, then the Jolly Roger attacks. So I didn't move the Jolly Roger, it just attacks, which would hit the fairies and Abu. Oh, and he can just get rid of this card. He doesn't need to spend his star on his turn. I don't want him... Well, he's at full health. The fairies are almost at full health. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. That's fine. I'm fine with that. All right, hang on. Need to randomly grab a person. We'll do that one. All right, so it attacks him first because he's... All right, so that is a hit, and that is a miss. All right. Attack the fairies. That is a hit. Stupid Jolly Roger. You're reading my comments well after I write them, which confuses what I meant. Yeah. Yeah. I know there was I know Comcast had an issue earlier. Here, I also didn't have it on live chat, so let me do that, see if that helps. I don't know why YouTube does that. So YouTube, and you guys that are watching as well, YouTube in live stream defaults to top chat instead of live chat. That makes zero sense. Like, it makes no sense. What it does is, if you're a top fan, your messages will be ahead of anybody else's. It's very weird. Worth ganging up on Hook. I'm thinking, because he can attack for 3. I think that is who we have to go after next. Yeah. All right, so Abu can move and then start attacking Hook, but then he's next to Hook and Jafar, meaning either one of those come in. He's getting hit. And the thing is, if we draw a Maleficent card, it's not a freebie. We have to just discard it from the game, right? That's just how and then draw another card. So it's not a freebie. It is no gratis. So that's kind of scary if we play if one person dies, we lose rules. Or I can just move him over here and unlock some powers. I think I'd rather do that. Everybody's next to a villain though right now. That's kind of what sucks. And if say Captain Hook were to activate, he'll hit both Abu and Tinkerbell. So I'd prefer him not to be attacking everybody. So let's get... But Abu needs stars. YouTube also plays the speed of 0.95x, so every now and then the viewer has to go faster than 1x. Oh, yeah. So for our first action, let's rest, right? Because when we rest, we get we're going to rest for the star, which will give us 2 stars because of our ability. Let's use our ability. Second action, we're going to move. Third action, we're going to rescue the yellow one because we need the yellow. And fourth action, we're going to rescue again, I guess. Yeah, we'll do that. That was Abu. Back to the fairies. You will bow to me. So we need to put it on ice. Ice is fine. If the genie is controlled, he moves towards you twice. If not, flip the genie to his controlled side. All right, so he's going to move towards us twice. Then the sidekick in the genie space loses 2 hit points. Ooh, that's not good. Somebody's going to be resting. And then Jafar moves towards Abu. All right. So, actually, I need to hit Jafar once. I just realized I need to hit Jafar once so we can flip this back over. I got arrested for a star once. The moon was so jealous. All right. So, we can't do anything to this. So, first action, we're going to rescue. Second action, we're going to rescue. Rescue twice. Boop, boop. Third action, we're going to rest. Fourth action, we're going to attack the henchman. Yeah, fourth action, we're going to attack the henchman. That was a miss. We need the thumbs up to succeed. All right. Tinkerbell's turn. Oh, guards. All right. So, I forgot to put a person here. Captured by pirates. Stun each sidekick adjacent to the Jolly Roger. Basically tip them over. On their next turn, they must spend their first action to stand up. I'm fine because the Jolly Roger isn't going to attack us. And then add a guard to... Where do the guards get added? Where did the guards get added? Summon a guard. To your space, no more than one... Okay, to your space. Who's going? Tinkerbell's going, right? So I'm fine with that. So, Jolly Roger stun both of them. I'm fine. I'm kind of fine with that one. Could have been worse. All right, so we do need to put another person there. So, first action, we're going to unlock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So first action, we're going to unlock Peter. So we have unlocked Mr. Pod. Second action. Yeah, there's so many guards out right now. Second action, we're going to rescue Pan. Right? Because now we have 4 actions. That's our second action. I got to remember she has 4 actions. I wish there was a way to mark that you have 4 actions now, but there really isn't. So now our new second action, or third action, we will go ahead and try to get rid of that henchman. We failed. Let's hit the captain. We succeeded. All right. So we succeeded on the captain. All right. So that was my 4 actions. That's what it is. Yeah, I tried to attack the guard and missed. I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have done the captain both times. Either way, the net change is the same. I wish attacking the captain actually did something, like stun the Jolly Roger or something, but it does not. All right. So Abu, Maleficent, so that gets out of the deck. Mind control. So it's going to go here, which is fine. The genie moves towards you once. Each guard in your region moves towards you once. Each henchman attacks a sidekick on their space, if any. So, genie's going to move towards me once. Each henchman in my region. So the region is this colored section. So he would move once. I'm good with this card. All right. So he moves once. He moves once. And then we need to put somebody in the cactuses. We'll put it up here because I have an odd feeling I'm going to be coming this way, not that way. Oh, and then we need to put a guard in my location. All right. So, first action, I have to stand up. All right. When I defeat a henchman, I don't think I get a star. Tinkerbell was the one that would have gotten the star. Tinkerbell still hasn't rescued anybody. Yeah. Maybe I should have rescued. So first action was standing up. Second action. Second action is to take out the guard, the henchman. And third and fourth would be here. I need the brown, I don't need the green. Or go over and hit Jafar. So we can flip over Genie. So 1 would stand up, 2 would be do that, 3 would move there, 4 would be attack Jafar. Yeah, let's go for it. Or should I just go to Jafar and just attack him twice anyways? Because that would give me my 5 stars to unlock. And you don't need to be in to unlock. You can unlock from anywhere, right? I didn't think the unlock didn't say I had to be next to the castle. Unlock a lock. Oh, no, I didn't need to be adjacent to the castle. All right. So Jafar is kind of blocking me from being able to do that. So I kind of need him to move. All right. Yeah, second action, we're going to go here. Third action, we're going to attack. That's a success. So that flips over Genie. And then for our fourth action, attack. And Genie stays flipped over. I don't care what you do, but there's a lot of red cubes. There are a lot of cubes. As long as there's not two together, we're okay. I guess really the only thing is if there's two together, right, then it goes to the castle instead of here. That's the other thing. Any civilians or villagers or any of the guards that end up here, you can't do anything with them. You can't attack or remove them. There's no way to change this state. All right. So we're going to go to the fairies. Pirates attack. Well, we had this one already. So that would add another one here. And then the Jolly Roger is going to move here and attack both of them. Tinkerbell can take the damage. She can kind of take the damage. And then Hook's going to attack Tinkerbell. Which would probably have happened anyways. But he's going to attack 3 times. He's got 3 dice. But I don't want to spend Abu's stars. So yeah, we're gonna have to do it. All right. So we're gonna put one here. Jolly Roger is going to go here and attack the player first. That is a hit. Then attack Tinkerbell. That is a hit. I don't even think that shuffled in my hand, to be honest. All right. And then Captain Hook is going to attack, and he missed. You whiffed! He whiffed. There's 2. Problem is there's 2. Luckily, this is free, because there's 2 in that one. I wouldn't even be able to put another one in there. All right. So, the fairies. The fairies. If I rescued, this is the beginning of my turn is the only problem. And same thing here. This is the beginning of my turn. That's the problem with both of these. Even if I unlock these now, it's the beginning of my turn. So let's try to get rid of this henchman first. Miss. Tinkerbell could attack 2 guards on her turn. No. So you can only attack the villains adjacent. For other henchmen, you have to be in the square with them, unfortunately. Second action was a success. Get rid of that. Oh, first action was stand up, so now we're at 3 actions. Fourth action, we will go here. Problem is, I need another star. Need another star. Need another star. All right. Tinkerbell. Oh, I probably should have rested. Go back. Probably should have rested with them as the last action. All right. So Tinkerbell. Exploding bridge. The bridge nearest to you explodes. This one. Any sidekick on a space that was connected loses a health. The sidekicks can collectively discard without. I'm fine with it this time. Just because I'm already on this side. Although it's Tinkerbell, she can move wherever she wants anyways. Again, just because I don't want to spend Abu's stars. So we kind of have to take it. All right. So Tinkerbell. How about we get this civilian there first? All right. So. Do I come here to rescue again and attack him? Do I keep trying to attack Hook? Well, let's get rid of the guard. Tinkerbell could attack 2 guards. So attack the guard. Success. So that was her second action. Third action. Do I want to come here and rescue? The reason I was debating if I wanted to do that first is because that's her ability. She gets a star. So third action would be move, fourth action would be rescue. Next turn should be able to attack that and get a star. Or we just keep beating up on Captain Hook. I think it's better for her to get her... Oh, no, that's right. Move. I can move anywhere. I can move anywhere. So I'm going to move here. And then I'm going to rescue. Really doesn't matter which color I rescue. Because actually, yeah. Doesn't matter. I can rescue either one. What's everybody else need? Everybody else doesn't need green. So I'm going to do the green one. All right. So do that. So now... Tinkerbell is going to go on a henchman killing spree. Because she believes in fairies. She believes in fairies. She believes in fairies. Or we believe in fairies. They are henchman killing machines. Man, what did I do? 1 was attack. What did I do? 1 was attack. 2, 3. Oh, I forgot. She's got 4 now. So... guess we'll rescue again. Maybe I should have come here. I forgot she has 4 now. Because that would have been 1, 2, 3, 4. But I would have had to maybe take damage. But that would give me a star. I could do that on the next turn. Yeah, because the henchmen always pop out wherever you are. Or where the villains are. So yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. We'll continue to go that. When you use a bit of pixie dust to move another sidekick, gain a star. When you use a bit of pixie dust to move another sidekick to a space with 1 or more villagers, they immediately rescue the villagers. I think we're kind of good on stars. We're almost done with stars. So I think we'll do that. And again, the reason Tink used all 4 actions. She got rid of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Did I miss something, David? There was or was there was a civilian here too, wasn't there? There was a villager here. That was the first villager. Yeah. There was a villager there. Right. I rescued that villager. Okay. See why when I play Arkham Horror, I use cubes to track how many actions I have? Same thing here. All right. So, Abu. A snake I am. So that would put 1 in red. Or purple, which is fine. Stun each sidekick not on Genie's space. Well, that's not fun. On their next turn, they need to spend an action to stand up. If this card stuns every sidekick, Jafar gains an attack die. Ooh. Grab the action tracking cubes. Yeah. And then he's going to attack Abu. So here's the thing. I want him to attack Abu. I don't think I do. Abu can discard this one his own turn, so that's fine. But we have to do this now. No, we don't. We have to do this one now. Eerie Silence. Choose any sidekick, they gain a star. Okay. Add a civilian to your space in each space adjacent to you. I like this one. This is actually a good card. I don't know how many of these good cards there are. Okay. So, unfortunately... Oh, no. Luckily, there's space in between. Oh, that's good. Lots of civilians out there. Lots of villagers. All right. So we have our 5. The problem is I can't get in here. Tink can get me in there. So Tink is going to spend hers. Should I rescue that guy before I leave? Yeah. So before I leave, first action, we're going to rescue. Second action, Tink is going to magically teleport me. There's 2 in there. But I still have 1 more here. Tink is going to move me here. So that's 2 actions. Third action, we're going to unlock Aladdin. Fourth action, we're going to rescue Aladdin. Now we have a 5th action. 5th action, we're going to... I guess we'll attack Captain Hook. What else am I going to do with my 5th action? That's a thumbs up. Captain Hook. Take some damage. All right. Now, we've won the game because she's got 5 and she's going to be able to take the action depending what this card is. So, back here. I think I made it too easy by being able to beat up on the villain 100 times. But again, if you want to bring this down to like a kid's level, I think you have to let that, right? It's the only way. Like, I don't know how to see this any more feasible as a kid's game without doing that kind of thing. I am your master now. The genie is controlled. If not, flip the genie. Then any sidekick on the genie space loses 2 health. And then Jafar goes towards Abu, which means he's got to come out and around. I'm technically fine with that because we're not going to lose the game. So we flip genie. Lose 2. 1, 2. He's got to come after Abu. So he's going to move 2 times. 1, 2. That's the first time they've been on the outside ring. All right. So, first action, spend 5. Boop. Second action, rescue. And that is game. That's game. That is it. That is done. That is what it is. All right. I'm not going to give final thoughts. Not going to give final thoughts. The Genie speech, the Genie is sponsored by Levi. Not going to do first impressions, final thoughts on this one, just because that's what I've not been doing with all of the extra life ones. I will say that, like, I can see, and I mentioned at the very beginning, I can see where some balancing would need to be done. I think the things that I would say do is, like I said, allow for kids mode, allow you to attack as many times as you want. The overflow is when you have, or the loss for overflow would be 5 of either. Again, for kids mode. I would say the hit points, I probably would do 2 plus the number of players to make it 5. Otherwise, I mean, nothing else really seemed overly complex. The one other suggested house rule, again, for kids would be that the color doesn't matter on the saving the villagers, just any 3. I didn't seem to have trouble getting the villagers and getting the colors I needed, but I did have to put them on a different card, right? So I don't know. I didn't find it that hard, but again, we've done a lot of Marvel United. I'm also the one doing all the moves, so I don't know. David watched. David wasn't interested at the very beginning of the stream. I don't know if at any point did his mind change about whether or not he likes this game or this system. If you like pandemic style games, right, I guess you'd like it. Either way, I don't think I'm putting up for Culling for Charity. So unfortunately, if you did like this and you wanted to get this particular game, you probably can get it really cheap somewhere else. But we are Culling for Charity. There are games that you can acquire. Go to the Extra Life link, either in the chat, down in the description, wherever. And then you can check out the lists on BGG of the games that we're culling. There are small box, medium box, large box, prototypes, and promos. If you want to win up to those 5 games, 5 of those games that are in those culling lists, which could include the prototypes or the large box games entered the giveaway that we're doing till the end of April for Tabletop Appreciation Weekend, which is, well, why I've been streaming all week. But yeah, so this is this stream. I will be back for another Disney game at 3. It's Light Chronicles. That one I've heard is balanced better. I don't know if it's reviewed and rated any better. We're going to play it. Good game. We're just here to have some fun and raise money for the kids. Para los niños. David, it's a pandemic with a Disney theme. Pandemic is better. Yeah. I think if Z-Man Games were to be able to make a Disney pandemic, they would definitely probably do better than this, because they'd probably do what they did for Clone Wars or the World of Warcraft one. Hopefully they don't go as complex as Lord of the Rings. I would actually say they need to go a couple steps lighter if they're going to make it a kids game. I think that's the thing with Disney, right? Disney has 2 audiences, and it's really hard to gear your games for both audiences unless you add a family mode. And I don't understand why more companies don't add a family mode, right? Have a mode that is for families. I don't know. I mean, another easy family mode, right? Get rid of all of the extra tokens and henchmen, right? Don't worry about the overflow, right? Get rid of some of the lose conditions. I don't know. There are variants on BGG. You guys can watch that. I digress. I'm going to take a quick break, grab some food. I will be back at 3 o'clock with the next Disney game. And then tonight at 10, me and Audrey are going to be relaxing in our little village that we're building. We need to see what Old Man Willie's been up to. We need to see what the Dills have been up to without Baby Gherkin. Poor Baby Gherkin. So join us at 10 o'clock for that. But until next time, guys. Peace.